Well, hello there. It's not a huge amount of bird song where I'm parked up at the moment. There's a distant song thrush. Wood pigeons cooing. But honestly, not much more than that. Can make a quick cup of coffee and go for walkies. You won't believe how much of a mess my van is this morning. Oh well. Coffee time. Where's my cup? That's the question. That is not immediately obvious. Oh, there it is. For obvious reasons, because this is such a mess. I slept up in the room last night and just came down here to Bonchurch Pond this morning, hoping there'd be a better bird song. No such luck though, I'm a bit late to be honest. Didn't want to light there, the old gas stove, so my next purchase is a kettle, one that isn't going to soak up too much wattage from the battery. So suggestions for a low energy kettle that doesn't take 2 hours to boil water. Maybe I'll just crack the old jet boil out again, because that uses gas, but it does do it very quickly. Let's have a look outside whilst this is boiling. There's Bonchurch Pond. Very disappointed lack of birdsong though. Pretty sure it's just because I'm up pretty late. What time is it? It is 7:37. Well, at least be a nice walk in a minute. Once I've had a slurp of coffee. Can we hear anything interesting? Not really. It's nice and peaceful though. Scoop some coffee there, or scoop some water there. Milk, whatever it is. That was a bit silly, wasn't it? Not concentrating. Oh well, no disaster. Going to quickly drink some of this, then we can go for a quick walk. Right, let us go for a walk. Have a slurp or two of coffee. There's woodpecker along there. And a wren very close. Let's walk this way, back towards the pond. Charlie's detailing. Going down towards Bonchurch Pond. Going to do a bit of a loop, I think. Another really mild day. It's actually warmer today. It must be 10, 11 degrees at the moment. Well, let's have a look. See if I've got any reception at all. It's a bit of a blind spot for phones down here. Well, it's currently 9 degrees according to that. I would have said it's a bit warmer than that down here. It's a nice little van, this green one. Nice high roof. Or is it? No, it's not quite high enough, I don't think, the roof. It's been lifted by the looks of it. Very nice. Old Mercedes Sprinter. No sign of the kingfisher. Another woodpecker in the distance. So a lot of these Igos and C1s and C2s around. Let's have a free door similar to mine, bit newer than my one, I think. Sorry, a bit newer than Flea, I think. Another woodpecker choking up here. There's the time going. 7:58. Let's have a quick look up here in the churchyard. The top one. Big old green sand slab there. Excuse the low-key commentary today. I'm quite low energy this morning. Lovely little churchyard. Daffodils and snowdrops. It's quite shady and dark in here, so these bulbs are all a bit later. There's crocuses here and some bluebells coming through. Not in flower yet though. All delayed a bit because it's cooler. A little bell tower over there. I never knew about that. Never heard that ringing before. Genuine bell as well. Yeah, I think if I'd been here half an hour earlier, there'd been loads of birdsong. Lovely. Blooming marvellous. Right, let's drop back down. There's Eastine over the wall. And there's Eastine. So I have my little crag martin over the roof here. Crag martin 1 April I think it was. A few years ago, 5 years ago maybe. Came in over the roof and just went inland. Crag martin, smart little bird. Look it up, Google it. Crag as in C-R-A-G. Martin, M-A-R-T-I-N. Little bench here, little mini bench which I used to sit at. Back in the day, eh? When I used to do this walk constantly. Well, I used to be walking around the whole of the undercliff constantly. Once my contract ends, I can do that a lot more again because I'll just be writing books every day and doing videos. Oh, and some sort of employment, 1 or 2 days a week somewhere. Any suggestions of how I can make money? Somebody suggested dog walking, which I'll definitely partake in a bit. So I'll walk Frodo tomorrow, if I remember rightly. Just need 1 or 2 more dogs. Somebody did actually in the comments section suggest. I think somebody said they've got a dog. I have to look back in the comments. I lose track of the, because I get loads of comments, so I lose track of them. I'm not being rude. I'm just being busy and losing track. The rest of this month is really busy. There's some burning down there. Looks like they've got chickens or something over there. This used to be a field study centre, Ornat, and I worked there for a little while, doing field studies. So we're walking now down towards Monk's Bay. Lovely little wild spot. Not a fan of these plastic tubes they use to protect the trees that have been planted. They just leave them. People who plant the trees never come back and remove them. That was Ornats, that was the previous owners. But somebody needs to come along. Ideally lay this hedge, make it nice and thick, or coppice it in places on a long rotation. Dunnock up there somewhere. Go up this way a little bit, only a little bit. This used to be the path into the undercliff, where there was a massive landslide. Sorry, the undercliff, I mean the landslip, where there was a massive landslip. Was that 2023, 24 maybe, the winter? Can't remember exactly when it was. It was around about that time though. Nice little EV. Great tip there. It's like a little village this here, little community. Don't know how many people there are actually living in there full time, or whether it's holiday lets or a mixture of residential and holiday lets, second, third homes maybe, who knows. It's just getting overgrown. Little song thrush down there singing. Well, I think this summer this may become unpassable with the vegetation. Hopefully the locals will keep it open, because it's perfectly fine walking along this stretch. And if it gets completely overgrown, it might get lost. The whole path might eventually be closed if people don't keep it open. Isle of Wight Council would love that, not to have to maintain this path. It's very soggy. I now have very wet legs. This oak here was a wee seedling not so long ago. Wonder how far you can actually get now. Last time I came up here you could get all the way to where the big slippage occurred. This is all stabilised pretty much here. I spent many hours just sat here when I was younger, waiting for migrant birds to come over. Yeah, it's definitely closing in with the vegetation and the reduced footfall. You can still see people still come up and down here quite a lot. Probably the local dog walkers. But none of this has really moved at all as far as I can see. Although these steps seem to have been pushed to one side a bit. Very gradually creeping down, I suppose. Oh, I've got no phone reception, so I don't want a massive landslip to occur now. Make a really good video if it happens. A little path used to go down through what is now a little pond full of rushes. So I think we're coming to where the bigger landslip occurred. Yep, this is the end of the line. There's no sign of the locals. There's a little bit of a path going down there. People have created a bit of a path. That's right. So the path used to go straight that way, straight through the middle of it, and then up this way, up to Bonchurch Shoot, which I just walked up and down a bit of it to see the churchyard. Yeah. So the next section of path, after these little steps here, is now down there. So it's kind of slid down and then been dragged that way. So now it's over there. I have to say, I think this has dropped since last time I was here. Pretty sure this is a lot lower than it was. And this cliff face here is crumbling. So I think it's definitely still moving. This big slab here covered in bramble and that is being pulled down by gravity. We've got to go back now. Can't go any further. Yeah, this whole section is slumping forward still, I would say. So the cliff face is only down there. So it's kind of being eaten away at the toe by the tides, by the sea, by the southeasterly winds when they hit it directly. So yeah, this little path used to go that way, but now it's a little flooded pond, which is good for wildlife. There'll be frog spawn in there soon, probably. Still somebody's litter down here. Hardly get anyone down here, and yet they still find litter. No sign of any frog spawn. Or any frogs for that matter. Right, there's a little path off to the left here, down this way somewhere. Here it is. Let's have a quick look. See how far this little one goes. To the cliff edge, I suppose. Not wearing the right shoes for this. I'm wearing my running shoes rather than the waterproof walking boot thingies. But hey ho. Tis what it is. Yeah, a little glade, little opening. We're an oak tree, holm oak actually. Oh, you could live here, couldn't you? You could have your tent on this terrace. Right on the cliff top. Wow, what a view. Lovely little bay down there. Don't think I'm going to bother camping up here. Because the old, well, we're right on the edge of the landslip. So this lot is going to go soon. Don't know how soon. It's all very muddy and black slippery clay down there. Yeah, it's very active. Very nice little bay at the bottom though. You could probably walk through to that little bay when the tide's going down. Don't try it when the tide's coming up. From Monk's Bay, I think. I have walked all the way along the base of the cliffs there, between Shanklin and here. I was a lot younger in those days. Oh, look at this lovely hazel catkin. Hazel catkins. Lots of them. Very nice. Right. Time's getting on, so we shall be getting on. It's 19 minutes past 8. I shan't be getting into the bay for 8:30, which is what I normally do. We've had a wet period, but thankfully it's not caused any more problems here. So hopefully it will remain dry for, well, into the spring now, drier anyway. And we won't have a wet spring and a wet summer. We definitely don't want either of those. If it stays this mild, it's going to be a warm summer, I think. Now it looks more slippery going back. Damn it. Not too bad. Oh. My joints are not as flexible as they were 20 years ago, funnily enough. Which means I need to do this more often. Sorry if the microphone was tapping on my head there as I was coming down. It's that song thrush again. Really loud. Sorry if I disturb you. Robin and song thrush singing together. Very nice. And we're down at Monk's Bay. God, this has dropped a bit here. Wow, with that sun down in this little sheltered spot, it definitely feels very much like spring now. There's the boathouse. This section of wall is splitting here, isn't it? Ah. Quick look round the corner, then we'll head back. This section of cliff here is pretty stable, to be honest. Well, there are chunks coming down, so it's not that stable, but relative to the bit further along it is. Stimulator. No flexibility now, I can barely get down to my feet. That is bad. I've never been that flexible, but yeah. Anyone got any suggestions? Put them in the comments section about how to increase flexibility when you're an old git like me. Or getting an old git, or I am an old git. Tamarisk. Good sea spray loving, I won't say tolerant, I'll just say loving species of shrub, native shrub, tamarisk. This is all the material that came out of Ventnor Haven, out of the harbour when they dredged it. Kind of dumped on here. It will soon wash back into the sea again, and it will be pushed back from where it came from, or to where it came from, as is already happening. Lovely. Must be getting pretty late now. 8:32. Quite busy this morning. Don't normally see many people down here, but I suppose it's later than I would normally be down here, so hence more people. There's the old pottery. Amazing that the council resurfaced this road, which has no traffic to speak of, but won't do Alpine Road, which has a load of traffic and is an absolute diabolical mess. Island Roads did it, obviously, for Isle of Wight Council, picking off the easy bits of work so they don't have to do the difficult ones during the contract. So I'm pretty much guarantee Island Roads will never do Alpine Road. Oh look, somebody's going to dig up the road here. Excellent. So this road was a bit lumpy, and they're going to dig it up here as well. This road was a bit lumpy, but was nowhere near, or shouldn't have been higher on the list than Alpine Road and various other roads in Ventnor. Now in 10 years' time, when this channel is still going strong, am I going to be getting up and down these hills? Lovely primroses there. Another bit they're going to dig up by the looks of it. Lovely. Now if that's not a sign of spring, I don't know what is. Dunnock. These are lovely. Member of the pea family. I'm not sure what the shrub is called. Probably a Mediterranean, Iberian sort of species. Does very well down here. Actually, might be a nice shrub to have at Bestie's if I can find out what it is. Get a photo. Cracking view from here. Right up to the downs. You cannot deny this is now a lovely smooth bit of road. Westfield Mansions, or Mansion, yeah. Okay. This could be anywhere in the mountain region somewhere in the Alps or Picos. Very unique. I like that. I'm saying it's unique but could be anywhere. Now there's a contradiction, isn't it? Anywhere but unique. Right, this is Shore Road obviously. Going to drop down back to the pond where the car's parked in a second. Phew. There is Bonchurch Pond again. Still no kingfisher. Sometimes sat on the willow over there, but no sign this morning. It's a nice sprinter coming along here. Is it a sprinter? No, it's a VW Crafter. And there's a Renault, is it? Yeah. Let's head back into the bay, I think. Yeah, nice Renault van. Nice ambulance. Long wheelbase. That'd be too big for me. Well, it'd be lovely, but too big. There's Island Roads coming to empty the bins. Just drove past one. Well, that was a nice walk. I enjoyed that. Bit low energy for me. I'm always a bit low energy, but I was really low energy then. The battery on this thing ran out just as I was speaking about Island Roads, I think. So stick it back on the bottom bit and it'll recharge to a certain extent. The time is, let me check, 8:44. Let's go and see if Flea can get her space. Might be disappointed today. Hey up.
There you go, Steve. You all right?
Hello. No. Oh.
So he might be gentle now. He's got the ball in his net.
Oh, is he normally?
Yeah, he just gets nervous.
Hello.
Yeah, he was mistreated before my daughter got him. And, yeah, little thing. You keep it down here or?
No. I was actually in the room last night.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, January and February I'm in a room.
Yeah.
Only for 1 or 2 nights a week at the moment.
Makes a bit of a thing, doesn't it?
No, I prefer it in here, to be honest.
I thought you had the cookies for a moment.
The what?
The cookies.
Nah, I've got those and that's bread for the birds.
Yeah.
Got an air fryer now.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Power's in here.
Well, I've got a big power bank thingy.
Oh right. I'm going to say what it is. Can I?
800 I think.
No, somebody's after one for this influencer I'm helping working on her van.
Yeah.
Mind you, she's got like a 400 watt solar panel on her roof.
Yeah.
All for nothing. I wish I had the body.
Yeah. Nice. Right, I better go.
Right, I'll see you later on.
Yeah, we'll do.
Have
See
a
ya.
good one, mate.
You too. Right. Ooh. Let us get down to the bay. Didn't want to stop chatting because Flea wants her space. She was getting agitated at me. It's not me being rude, it's the car. Speed some of these cars go coming round there. slow right down very suddenly. They do, as well as me. Very bit of simple bit of roadworks Island Roads could do is to fix this road, which has a series of potholes all along it, created by I think British Gas. Of course, British Gas won't do it. They'll get shift the responsibility onto the taxpayer via Island Roads, which is obviously funded by the taxpayer. Oh, that bin's not been emptied by Island Roads. That's a surprise. They were down here earlier. Right, a quick interlude. I really hope you're enjoying my channel, and I get quite a lot of questions. How did you end up living in a car? How do you live in a car? And what are your plans going forward? Well, I've written a book on that subject, Breaking Free, by Cornish van dweller, funnily enough. You can find a link to where to purchase that in the description below this video, and where you'll also find links to my other books, such as this one, oddly enough, which is How to Write a Book on a Smartphone. And this book was actually written on my iPhone Mini 13 using voice to text dictation. And you'll also find this book, Bird Watching Around Ventnor. Link to that in the description below this video, and this one as well, Wildlife Watching Around Ventnor. I've written about 10 books, all of which are linked in the description below this video. Right, let's get back to watching my videos.